Kale abatulaba mbabuuzaako tuzzeemu okukakkalabya emirimu gyaffe kinnawadda. Mwezi ogwo oguwedde tegubadde mulungi nnyo. It's been ndowooza nga bwe omwezi ndowooza oguwedde ogwokuna ekibaddemu ekisanyula ndowooza amazaalibwa ga Kabaka, naye ebirala byonna byonna mwe mubadde Okeronyi omwo, mwe mubadde Hereni mukwano gwaffe wano, mukyala Waiswa, taata wa Mbogo sensa kitalonye ekya muzeeyi. Basically emyezi gyonna tugamba nti mibi ntyale tegubadde mubi naye mubaddemu events. Kati ate guno twagutandise nagwo on a high political note whereby tugutandise tuli mu kusiibula parliament ey'emulundi ogw'e11 yatusiibudde n'ekirabo ekyennyamiza bw'oba oli ku ludda olw'ennyamira, ekisanyusa bw'oba oli ku ludda olusanyusa ye bbiru yayise olunaku olw'eggulo eya protection of sovereignty bill. Ndine omusajja gwe sijaga nti nkuze muwulira tukulidde wamu musajja ye waffe wali nateete
nawe era oli muto ku nze
era tondeka
very young
bw'oba ondeka tuli mu egi bracket bwe ngattako 5 mba nkusanga bwe ngatta 5
tebakulya ebinusu munnaye
ambwa Habib oba aweze emyaka 45
tebakulya ebinusu
tegiwera buza
kuba tuligenda ku ky'emyaka olyezuula
oli baaba ekyonzikiriza naye tondeka myaka 5
president yakusinga emeka His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi the president elect
aina na mwebiri
mwesatu ayi
aina na mwesatu abansinga giriena abansinga 7
kati nze ndi mukulu wa president we were born in the same year 1982
but only beyond 40 years Ulia bichi
Kasmile.
Nzero ujyo nkulaba.
Learn how to smile.
No. Smiling we learn to smile, but wandi badde olaba Bobby Wine abakubanga tali mbino bya duka. He would have looked 35.
Yeah.
Duka ono gwaya mu kugenda okumaliza ngo okaddiye
no. But still era bali mu AGA when you find them. Era bagamba muto waffe nenga. You know, when one, we training no manya nti no mbeera ebeera nzibu naye tulino gitambuliramu n'ogikiriza pambane nayo. Even when you are in the hardest times, you are able to smile. You can't look your age. Nze bangi nnyo tubeera nabo. Muvubuka ne bagamba.
I'm surprised. Very surprised. Buza kubatulaba.
Abatulaba balamusizza nnyo mukola kyamaanyi okutugoberera ku mikutu gino. You know, as the dictatorship is striving hard okulaba nga civic space yaffe bagishrinkinga. Tulina okulwana ennyo okulaba nga tussaawo emiwaatwa emikutu egy'enjawulo okubeera nga tusobola okutuusa message ya hope, message y'enkyukakyuka. Era nkwebaza nnyo ssebo Dr. Kwefu okubeera nga naawe obadde omu ku abo abateerawo platform zino. Some forums twandibadde tukozesa walabye ekyabadde mu parliament. Those who qualify to be there couldn't be allowed to use that platform to air out their opinions or the opinions from their people. Walabye.
Actually, I saw the leader of opposition complaining about time in the committee. We were not given enough time even here on the floor of parliament. So it was a tug of war.
Wawulidde Odu, Jonathan Odu.
Don't use
when he even complained the speaker namuyisa mwanyo namusoza. Can you imagine? Wow. So the creation of these platforms is a plus. Era bwembeera ne bannange banna struggle bannange bagamba nti buli omu mu lutalo luno akola contribution ye mu ngeri ye. When I find people like you, I have to salute you. You have also contributed a lot.
But I salute you times 50.
We have to salute each other.
Whatever you are carrying on your shoulder, I don't know whether I can even think about bearing it. But I also salute you in your number. You know, a goalkeeper has his challenges. Then the number 9 also has his challenges. But then there are those midfielders. So you are the midfielders. As the president is scoring, as we are here in cheering, you are in the midfield. They are getting Ndobo Muzifuno on our behalf. So how is it going?
We are trying. We are trying. We are trying, and we have started seeing or looking where we are going to.
Atulaba njala tumuyisemu.
Soon. Soon.
Soon, I do agree.
Yeah. Hopefully you have been following the deliberations the president is on.
In New
outside
York.
The country. He has well networked the struggle. He has well networked the forces of change. That's why you see the state is at panic. That's why you see Museveni is spending money like a madman. Spending to bloggers, spending to musicians, spending to whoever. Now he has started spending to his own members of parliament.
Actually, let's start.
Million 10, million 5, million. Panic.
Actually, let's start from there. In the future, maybe there will be a senior 4 student who will sit this question. What was the significance of Kyagulanyi's foreign travels to the struggle between 2021 and 2031? How would you answer that question if you were a student, if you would be that student?
The travels of His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi has widened, broadened, opened the boundaries of the struggle. The Uganda's struggle now is discussed everywhere, in all corners of the world, in all forums, in international forums. Initially, our struggles could remain here, not even in every corner of the country, Uganda. Politics used to be like a concern of politicians and a few elites.
Those are their things.
Fe tuli eno mwowino tutunda ngato zaffe. Ebyo byabwe ffe tuli mu ghetto twekubira ki? Kibaba kyaffe. Ebyo byabannabyabufuzi ffe tuli eno tukuba music waffe. The musicians used not to mind so much. But the coming of His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi to it, he has labored so much to ensure that at least there is that public conscientization. He has conscientized everybody, every Ugandan, wherever he is, inside the country and outside the country. At least everyone is now being concerned about the politics of the country. Go in the ghettos, mwana wa ghetto akunyumiza politics. Noga, ono ndi mu ghetto bandi makerere ku university. You know? Bosango wa border. Akuwulira akola ne analysis. Museveni chicha agenderedde mu sovereignty bill nga munnabyabufuzi nga Nsibambi ngali awa nanagira bunanagizi.
Nengo wa border.
Wa border nga yakunnyonnyodde dda.
Ja abene bayise wano
na batejitinga His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi ne NUP. Era nakubuulira neje kivudde nti bagenda ne batayiza His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi nti tojja kufuna sente za iPod nga balowooza bajja mulemesa campaign tajja gitambuze gweko. Bagenda okuwulira nti ali mu kusponsoringa ba candidate, every candidate afuna nomination fees. Ne bagamba bobuli awo ku account badde bakyali nayo. Bagenda okulaba lale zisituse dale kulale. Seven n'agamba njagala kube laale efaanaganako neya Bobby. Ne bamugamba oweze billioni 3. Tizijja zitya nti tulina okusasula abajja, tulina obagugulira okubafumbira kapiraawo, tulina okusaawo biroole ebibasomba. Baddayo tubawe ka take home. Then abayimbi abo buli muyimbi alinnya ku stage
nawuliddeyo abangi ebina waliwo olupanga waliwo
kati Museveni ng'alaba laaleza His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi abayimbi buli muyimbi owerinnya buli muyimbi bw'aba asasula milioni 2 sajja aleese abayimbi 3 kuyimbyeko 6 abalala tebayimbye na kuyimba. How much money is he spending? And every day we had to have a massive one. Buli lunaku ojjukira bulungi nti waliwo ennaku ze twabeeranga mu districts 3.
NUP kye kibiina ekyamalayo.
Yes.
Laale zaakyo mu bibiina ebirivuganya NRM. Abasigadde
NRM ng'ogitwaliddemu. It did not cover all the entire country. Batuuka ekiseera nga bakubira mu sub-region. Abagamba kati bano tubakubemu laale. Naye kuva lwe baafuwa effirimbi nti tutandise tetwayimiriramu. Newe bagezaako okwagala otussaako ka speed governor nga batukolako effujjo. Ojjukira mulira balumbyewo hotel mwetwali tiimu yaffe mwe yali esuze ne president bamenya enzigi bakukunuddeyo buli omu babataddeko nti ate batta amafuta ga poliisi nga baagala kuinstiringa fear mu camp. At least tusooke tuwummulemuko for 2 weeks nga twerowooza reorganizing teams. So we did not stop.
So when he put on a weighing scale the amount of money they are asking him to do the similarly as NUP.
Yes. When he multiplies the number of rallies we had, he finds it like, we had a lot of money. Because how did it come? Museveni is being surrounded by mafias and thieves. That you are much aware. Nti buli amwetoolodde amutunuuliranga money machine.
Of course, mpulira sente zitambula in corruption, and it's a concern naddala mu bantu abali mu government, and it's one of the cause particularly yagaye tulwanyisa nnyo buli bwenguzi to the integrity in the government. So that means your point qualifies the abeetolodde mwenale mulimu
bonna abamwetoolodde njagala ompeeyo omu wali owulidde ng'agenzeeyo n'atalaja nankeera nti sente zange either tezaatuuse oba nafunye. Walaba wano kamiliyoni ng'agenzeeyo yayitisa ebisawo, walaba kusaasira abamu babondyako. So ababodaboda bamutuukako sente. Kati n'abali wano abali mu secretariat y'NRM ne bano abalaga nti they love him, the likes of Bebe Cool, omuwulira account gundi budget gye yakola to move with him. Was it 18 billion?
It was a lot of money.
You know, just Bebe Cool, 18 billion. He's not part of the secretariat, he's not part of the mobilization team of the party, he's not part of, you know. So, kati buli amwetoolodde amubalako ssente. Kati embeera gye baamutuusa mussa erigamba nti buli laale okuba laale yenkana n'eya Kyagulanyi weetaaga wakati we billioni 2 ku 3. N'abaweeza asooka laale n'etavaayo bulungi. Waliwo n'ezaafulopinga waziraba ezimu nga bakwata bawamba abaana b'amasomero walaba embaale ng'abaana bagamba batuleeserwa mpaka. N'ate mu kuddayo ne bagenda nga bayimba Bobby Kyagulanyi. Wabiraba ate wabiraba? Yes. Kati awo wonna nga bagezaako okulaga nti baleeta abantu bangi babawa ssente bapangisa abayimbi baleeta public address system ezakabi bajustifying cost ya ssente ezo. Nekye mbadde njagalamu nti oluvannyuma lwa Museveni okusobola okusasula akasente ako n'ababuuza ye Kyagulanyi akikola atya. kati ne bamugamba Kyagulanyi has a lot of money. He pays those musicians, he pays those people that he come with on the rallies.
But Museveni is a person of intelligence.
Which intelligence?
Abantu abamuwa amawulire. I don't think tebasobola kumubulira nti bano abantu baliyo lwa kwagala oli byabagamba. Kubanga
nkugambye beyandibadde consulting kati bamulaba. You know, Museveni himself said it. When you clock 75, you are thinking capacity lowers. Now the man is in the 80s. Even if you feed him with intelligence, onaleta ebituufu omulala n'ayingira n'amugamba that man is a spy. Or he has given you not okitegeera. Era naye n'agamba wamma namulabiddewo entunula gy'adde atunulamu kati gw'obadde ogamba otya nti Bobi tomulaba Bobi tolaba teekamu ssente. Halo ng'akubira Governor Bank of Uganda bring sacks ngassaamu bwe ziggwawo kati ng'abuuza era Bobi tezinamuggwako ti omusajja alina nzibu. The next question was azijjawa? Twasiba iPod tetumuwa ssente, emiziki twagisiba takyakuba miziki, biici ebusaabala twagiyingiramu tekyatambuza bizinensi bulungi, ssente azijjawa? Kati bamafiya be ne bamugamba that man gets a lot of money in dollars from across the abroad, from the diaspora. Kyova olaba Museveni yasoobye n'atuula ne basajja be bakiryowa kiwanuka ate ne Jono n'apangisa ne mashinare mu mannya ga Yusufu Nsibambi n'abagamba njagala tuzibe emiwaatwa wava ssente za Bobi Wine ne bakukuta ne baleeta kye bayise sovereignty protection bill, which is now about to become a law after being passed by the parliament. Kumbe teyamanya nti nno bw'obanga oguba musajja munno olekamu agakola ki ezikuzza. Museveni biiru eno yamwanise, mumanyi kye bagamba nti pants down, ng'okunamye n'underpant negwa. Wabaawo kye baba basigalidde okulaba. Kati Museveni, you know the beauty of non-violence struggle, you use very minimal force but hitting the target. Kati mu non-violence force yaffe gye tubaddemu, we've been building the love, the connectivity with the public. Era public kituufu bw'otunuulira laale ze tubadde tukuba ziri worth $1 billion and $2 billion plus. Naye in actual sense tojja kusanga His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi oba ekibiina kye NUP wekikwatidde wadde $5,000,000 ne kizissa mu laale. Naye abantu bajja nga they have sponsored themselves by transport, they have sponsored themselves by meals, they have sponsored themselves by accommodation, by everything. Nga bw'ogenda obiconverting that self-facilitation, nga bw'ogiconverting into money, it can amount to that cost. Figure. Yes, to their figure. Kakati, through non-violence struggle, tuzimbyewo omukwano ne tusaawo olutindo wakati waffe abe NUP ne bannankyukakyuka n'abantu ba bulijjo.
So it is true that the rallies are worth over $3 billion, but those $3 billion are in kind.
Revisit them
for free.
Nze naliko okulaala emu twali mu Eastern ne twetooloola district 3 nenga abantu basobola okwetooloola district ezo 3 nga bali ku bigere bali. How much do you need to pay such a person adduse ne yeetoolola district emu n'ayingira endala ng'agenda kwezza nekka.
Nalabako yali ku kagaali ng'agenda agoberera laale ng'avuga maanyi ga kifuba.
Yes.
Yamulabako NTV.
Yes. People used to do so. Twali mu Eastern gye twasookera ne batugaana okuyita ku luguudo lwonna olwa kolansi nga batuyiseeyo mu bibira assume nti ogenda tukozesa example ya Natete. Natete mu Kampala kati ova Wakaliga odda Natete. Yes. Ne bakwetoolooza yita ku Northern Bypass ogende wetooloola Entebbe Road ogwe Nakawuka odda Natete. That's how they used to treat us. Ne batuyisa mu bisikweyo mu bisaalu mu bikajjo on assumption nti eyo tebajja kufuna abantu babalabako nababayayaanira. Ne tukkiriza ne tulumba. Bwe yavaayo n'agiwanika bw'ati ey'amaanyi g'abantu.
Bagenda okulaba.
Abantu nga bafubutuka mu buyumba bwabwe, abantu bafubutuka mu bikajjo, abantu. Nebaga, ate omusajja mumanyi kye mumukoledde? Ti bano abantu adde tebagoberera byabufuzi abali eyo mu byalo be mumututtemu. Kati babondinga nabo. Mulwane ennyo mumuzze ku maini. Twagenda okuyingira mu Buganda ojjukira Mityana gabaga nti kati taddamu kuyita bbali n'enguudo atulabisizza nnyo abeera ku zilive wali. Tubadde twewaanira nnyo mu kukola enguudo. Kati ensi yonna tenalaba kolansi because that is the president, His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi. Zagoberirwanga nsi yonna. Not only Ugandans, but like the entire world. Bazungu, Bafirika, Uganda. So, katingabaga na enguudo ze Uganda. Presidential candidate naba watambulira. Ojjukira waliwo twatuuka nga president tosobola kulaba kooya ke konna ku mubiri nga omubiri gufaanagana
n'ettaka.
So kyenjagaddemu nti marchers ebyo byonna baabikola, abantu basigala bakola ki? Basonga. Bw'olaba determination n'okwewaayo kw'abantu kwe baakozesa n'okuconvertinga into money, bano ba mafia beetoolodde Museveni baba ng'abatuufu. Omusajja abantu abo balaba nti abawa ssente. Ojjukira n'ekisole kye bamuwa ti tolowooza nti abo beebusoga abapakira okuva e Kampala
agenda nabo waliwo oluseregende Museveni abatwala
naye n'agamba nti nange neebuuzizza abantu abatamuvaako alabika mba abasomba. Kati awo kasaakigwamu gabaga ng'omanyi kyekitegeeza okusomba omuntu omujja e Kampala omutwala eggulu, how much he has to pay that person. By the way, by facilitating that person alone, if it is paying fuel in their vehicles, you need abantu baba mugambanga mitwala emeka.
So in your opinion, tewaliwo, because you oli musajja mumanyi, oli musajja munoonyereza, no one angali mu nnyumba ye would want neighbors to influence how their children think, what they are going to cook. No one would want. I understand you're also married. Yeah. You wouldn't want a neighbor to come and influence how things are done in your house.
Yes, true.
Don't you think that there is a level of foreign interference that called for a bill like this one?
One, no one would want a neighbor to influence the affairs of his home. No one. But tell me, are there no laws that are providing that safety already in place? We have laws already. If you talk about Political Party Organizations Act, it already provides for that.
For
if
how
you
get
check
money from outside,
how you get money, how much limit do you have to get, all that is provided for.
Oh.
Then you have the Anti-Terrorism Act. It has also limitations and the boundaries and the ring fences that bars that. You have other laws like the Money Laundering Act. All those provisions provides that safeguard. Kakati obuzibu bwonna we buli, obuzibu bwonna we buli tebuli ku bali external. After all, tell me, it is who influenced the use of OM, the organs, GMOs here? Was it of our initiative here in the country?
No, it
wasn't. It external influence?
It was, but in the interest of Uganda.
Through political organizations or through the government itself?
Through the government.
How was it of the interest of Ugandans?
Doesn't it add value on the
you know the effect of those GMOs on our soil?
Yeah, I do.
So it is not in the interest. In fact, most Ugandans were against it and protested against it. But the government, because it had already been influenced or it was carrying whose interest it didn't know, it had to make sure, fight hard the way it has fought with this sovereignty bill. It fight hard to ensure that it works here. You get it?
Oh.
Tell me one act, one practice that has been brought from outside to here through politicians on opposition or through our political parties. No, the only blame that is on us is one. You have awakened the public to get so much concerned into politics.
From the lenses of news, I understand you've been here for some good time and you've been in different pressure groups. It is alleged by those in government that you people get money from foreigners and they sponsor pressure groups. You remember we had a pressure group against, was it the Mabati saga? Most of those girls were picked, including our comrade Faiza Fabs from KFM. And the news around them was that they get influenced to get money from outside countries to organize such
the 23rd March to Parliament.
And you've been
I was part of it.
Yes, with actually another group.
I was part of it.
Jobless Brotherhood and other pressure groups.
Yes.
So
I can authoritatively tell you that there is no such money that has ever come into our groups, into our those pressure groups to influence any activity.
So who finances those activities of your pressure?
Do you need to be financed to fight for what belongs to you? Because, for example, the March to Parliament, the 23rd March to Parliament, aimed at fighting against the corruption that then was happening in the House of Parliament. And when corruption was happening, whose money was being misused?
The taxpayers' money.
The taxpayers' money. Who is the taxpayer? It's me and you. So do you need to be hired, to be paid, to be persuaded to come fight for what belongs to you? You only need to be educated. Get to know what is the purpose of you paying the tax. That purpose is one. We pay taxes so that these taxes can be used to reach us services that we cannot enrich ourselves. Take an example. none of us has the capacity to construct a road from wherever you want to pass to your home.
You have to seek authorization.
No, even if you are being authorized, you cannot manage. It costs huge monies, which cannot be managed by an individual. If you were to connect water, tap water, to your home, so you are a resident of Rubaga, and the water has to be connected from Nyonyo, you cannot manage it as an individual buying all those pipes from Nyonyo to Rubaga. So the taxes have to be used to enrich such services to you. So if the services are not coming, yet you are paying the taxes, what do you have to do?
You have to raise your voice.
And the Constitution provides for that. That after you paying the taxes, please follow up for accountability. And part of following up for accountability is demonstrating. Demonstrate where you feel like you are not well represented. The accountability is not matching with what you have given in. So considering with how much we pay in taxes vis-a-vis the services we get, do you find the worth?
So all these pressure groups, they allege that they get money from foreigners. The most trending activity is throwing pigs on parliament. And
how much does a pig cost? Do you need to call for dollars abroad to have a piglet to be thrown at parliament?
And they fear that at a certain time you may upgrade, because at a certain point you've ever had bombs, you've had allegations of guns. So they say you get that money, buy guns, buy bombs, and they have arrested some of your colleagues.
Yes. And all this, me as a person, I appreciate. Let it be the way they have done it. Because one sign is that you can look at and you get to know that indeed the dictatorship is at its evening. Is at such a time when dictatorship start fearing its own subjects. Kazola banga na chemali atandise okutya abantu barakulembera ngomanya ti akaseera ke kakoze ki. Have you found him on the road traveling anywhere, maybe from Entebbe State House to Nakasero State House? Do you see how he treats people? How he has to block all the roads and keep himself into those bulletproof.
For security reasons.
Yes. He's the same man who used to travel on the same roads when he's coming, checking on his people, having stopovers wherever he's being stopped. Can he still do the same?
We get some videos. Sometimes he stopped
like where?
At Karerwe.
To do what?
At Karerwe. I saw a picture of him on the road making a phone call.
Who were surrounding him?
You remember the other time?
When he was making a phone call, who were surrounding him?
From Masaka, some time back when the road was closed, he was there speaking to...
Why did he have to cross the road?
The other time he went and spoke to a bricklayer. So he stops and speaks to people.
So the moment leaders start fearing his people, just to know that things are not going on well. So he knows that he lost an election. His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi defeated him by 72%. And instead...
So this bill, it was, from your submission, it was a duplication of the already existing laws?
Existing laws, yes.
It targets...
And that has been spoken out by lawyers, leaders who appeared in their committees. But so they couldn't listen.
Political parties?
Yeah. Largely, it is targeting. In fact, instead of them calling it sovereignty protection law,
of sovereignty bill.
yes, they would rather call it Bobby Wine's no, or protecting ourselves from Bobby Wine and Nope. Because it is crystal clear to everyone that this law is being brought just to find a way how to control Bobby Wine's wave. Just that is it. And in fact, when most of the people who appeared before the committee said no to the bill, we had voices from some of them saying that, no, this law is not being brought to target you. It is targeting the politicians. They only feared to mention who is that politician that they are targeting. But I can assure you, this very law that they have enacted, it has instead opened the eyes, the brains, and the instincts of Ugandans. Now they know who their enemy is. Those who hadn't believed that Museveni is an enemy of this country, now they do believe that indeed this man is an enemy of this country. After him listening to the religious leaders, them saying no need for this rubbish law, him listening from the kingdomship of Buganda, and he continues saying, no, I need not to listen to anybody. When even the people from the government departments came and advised, take an example, the governor of Bank of Uganda, he turned against all of them. But what does that imply? That this man is not there, is not in the leadership for the interest of the public or for the interest of the people. He's only there for his own interest. And this he has said it himself, that I'm not a servant to anybody. I'm here to...
Did you read his letter he wrote about the bill before it was passed? I read through, and in his words, what you perceived from the bill is not what the original bill intended. For example, you speak about religious leaders, people speak about people sending money for treatment. For
my concern with the religious leaders and the groups that appeared, the committee, all of them, about 98% of them who appeared before the committee said, being it Chisemu Kasero. Yes. Katiyandi, there is no rush. Tewali nyumbe ekutte muliro. Nti bw'otagizikiza kati tojja gisanga in the next hours. Withdraw it. Take it back. Now, make a full engagement, consultations. Engage these people, the leaders who have not understood the sincere intention you have for the good of this country. Bring them on board. But if you rush, you start boxing your fellow leaders and you deny others microphone to speak, you know, what does that imply?
Buwembo.
Katuchise nga His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi akyali emtala wa mawanga, then you know what is it that you are rushing?
Habib, tuli mukumalako kisanja kino, and I think last evening we said bye-bye to the 11th Parliament. Is there any good that you've seen from the government, of course, in the last 5 years?
Besides them joining us in speaking against the happening evils, say Museveni together with the members of parliament in this August House, they spoke against corruption, the gross corruption within that house. But what is in practice is corruption on a daily. In fact, promotion of it. Even on that day that they discussed it, they said about it, they at the evening practiced it. That is the day when Museveni dished some 100 to the members of parliament.
So the good they speak
to
about.
To do what?
They speak about the bad.
They have heard our voices, and they know that they are the voices of the people. They are the voices of wisdom. Now they start imitating the voices, but the practice is in opposite.
But they arrested and they jailed the minister, state minister for Karamoja, Nandutu. She was. Why don't?
How many were on the list of in that scandal?
Very many,
including Anita Mongo. But
they were acquitted. Maybe the investigation did not amount to them being in jail.
No. What were the ingredients that were considered to have Nandutu convicted? One, she was found in possession of the iron sheets that never belonged to her. Remember, the iron sheets were branded with a donation from government of Uganda to Kalamajo. The same happened with Anita Mongo. She was found in possession with the iron sheets belonging to Karamajong. In fact, she went further to carry the same iron sheets back to the store
of the OPM.
Yes. Didn't you witness that?
I did.
Anita Mongo, she paid back the iron sheets. That was full acknowledgement that yes, I had taken these numbers, but since you have now since you have it has come to your knowledge, I'm bringing them back. You get? Another ingredient was that by the time she took the iron sheets, she well knew that those iron sheets belonged to the Karamajong. And her taking them to Bududa was in a controversy. Check the case of Anita Mongo. She's the one who allocated the iron sheets to Karamajong. And she traveled them to Bukedia. Is Bukedia part of Karamoja? Bukedia is Teso. It is not Karamoja. So, you want to say that for her she didn't know that the iron sheets only belong to the Karamajong?
She did.
She did. How did she got exonerated? All those are questions. Is that an intention aiming at fighting the corruption, the theft amongst the leaders, the misuse of office, or a promotion instead?
So in the last term of NRM, the only good thing that he is there is speaking about the bad things.
Trying to imitate
the opposition.
From the opposition, but failing to practice the same. For us, when we say we are fighting down corruption, like our president promised the people during the campaigns of 2021, he said we are aiming at promoting zero tolerance to corruption. When one of our own thereafter was found to be indulging into corruption and bribery, that is the Honorable Matthias Impuga, our former deputy president. We did not stop at just saying that Munai Walide. we moved into action. Walidde zaayo. Bozaayo weetondere bannannyinizo. When he refused, what happened next? Kibooko ne zivuga. Ebifo byonna bye tukuwadde biveemu. Ne kaadi yaffe ey'obwammemba gizze. That's how leadership has to be. You move by practice. You move by an example. You don't just speak and act in opposite.
Then on the ground, how do we score in this statement? I want to include myself because I'm one of those people who want things to change, both socially, spiritually, and politically. How have we scored as change-seeking forces in the 11th Parliament?
Yeah, I can say we've scored by 65%. That is in performing our duty. Our duty as opposition in the Parliament is to act as a mirror to the government, those in charge, by telling them what has to be done right. We have advocated for human rights. I think with that no one at least disputes us or challenges us that we've not done it rightly. You remember our shadow minister, Foreign Affairs, Honorable Muwadankunyinji, how he had to advocate for the justice of those Ugandans, young Ugandans who were suffering abroad as a
I think that was Thailand, Colombia,
Saudi,
yes, and latest was Ukraine, Russia.
Yeah,
I remember.
And in fact, at a later stage, they had to be repatriated. Yeah, cut us off the voices from our own. Then you've seen how the leader of opposition, Right Honorable Joel Senyonyi, how he has been exposing all crimes to do with corruption, bribery, and misuse of our offices. You see how he has ever been doing it. You remember at a time when he was still a chairman of COSASE, he exposed the roads that were happening with Uganda Airlines. And in fact, it was his recommendation that the ED then,
Jennifer Bamtulachi,
yes, that she be dismissed immediately. When compromise arised around the corners of Parliament, they compromised around his report and they binned it. But later alone, they themselves came out to concur with his recommendation that this man was right. He helped us digging all these roads, but we paid a deaf ear. And of course, Bamtulachi couldn't be saved. Cut us off the exposure that was done by COSASE, led by
Joel Senyonyi.
Yes. Then, the injustices that are ongoing in the country, when you look at the arbitrary arrests, the illegal detentions of Ugandans, then those are the prolonged remands of some of our people. All those have been well represented through our leadership. And as we are speaking today, much as maybe a number of our people are still rotting in those detentions, but it is in the knowledge of every Ugandan that there is that gross violation of rights of people. And that, I believe, it has been well done by our leaders in Parliament. Then, when it comes to speak for the voiceless, we have done it well. You remember at a time when they were legislating about coffee? Yeah.
The coffee bill.
Yes. Who were the people that were carrying the common people's voices?
The opposition.
The opposition. And we were represented. Much as the other side still could beat us with their numbers, the numbers that they have in Parliament, but at least the voices had to be heard. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Oh. Then can you, what do you anticipate from the coming Parliament? Given the voices that are on ground, some of the people on the ground are still a bit sad about some of the outgoing MPs that are not coming back, the likes of Uganda, the likes of and other of his experience and delivery.
What do you mean by saying that a number of people are still?
No, there are some voices, of course.
Yes.
Yesterday I saw Honorable Segona was deliberating on the issue at hand yesterday, and I saw some voices coming. We are going to miss these people. So
when you are in Parliament, you are carrying the people's mandate. That is representing them, lobbying for them, the budgeting for them. The people, when you get in the House, now you are doing those roles in the interest of Ugandans, all of them. But your bosses, to begin with, are your electorates in your constituency. So, if you go back to the same electorates, and they say you have not performed to our expectation, and they vote otherwise, I think I feel like if any other complaints I don't take that complaint enough. Every leader must be accountable to his people.
So the voices are not enough. The voices I'm referring to are not loud enough to cause an alarm.
They were not loud enough to bring them back to the House.
Oh.
So if they failed that, then they should back the person who was elected in. And it is not the first time for people criticizing the incoming ones. You remember at the time when we took that decision of changing the lead of opposition, replacing Mathias Mpuga with Senyonyi.
I was among those people who
were criticizing.
No, I didn't criticize.
But you felt like
because the seniority, the what, and the
background. Tell me now, if you were to judge,
actually,
how do you rate the two? In fact, Honorable Senyonyi can make you think that that office has just been formed. It has never been occupied by any other. You know?
Yeah, so, he has given it vibe and face. And,
yeah. So, we have to learn allowing people space. Let us allow those new incoming MPs space for them to show us what they can do. In other words, judging them before they have even started serving, it is unfair.
Okay, there's...
do you remember? There are those who were even criticizing His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi, stopping at that international politics. They were like, now, this man who has been in the ghettos, the ghetto president, the what? But today, tell me, if you had rate him,
he's highly rated.
So let us allow people to space uh, to exercise their leadership. Then we can judge them later.
Allow me enter into your life as a Habib Buwembo bit, please. I read somewhere that when you were in your, was it O level, NRM sent you people to recruit you to start working for NRM. Take me through that.
That
scenario.
was 2005.
2005.
2005.
In which class were you?
I was in senior 5 then.
Senior 5.
Yeah.
Which school?
Natete Muslim High School. By then they had introduced the multi-party dispensation. So parties were now trying to organize themselves. And at that time I was the chairman of IMSAC, Inter-Muslim Student Association of Kampala. It is an umbrella that embraces or that brings together all schools that have Muslim students in Kampala. Yeah. So I was a leader of more than 180 schools. And the
180 schools?
180 schools.
So all those students were under you?
Yes.
Wow.
So I think when they were trying to look around, who's that youth, a vibrant youth with a name who can lead our wing, they landed on my name. With that influence that I had among students, they sent a person whom I remember by names of Major Salim. He was a resident of Mutundwe. He drove into school. Fortunately or unfortunately, I wasn't at school at that time. He was in a total combat of a major with escorts. So they entered into the office of the offices of our head teacher, and they asked of Buwembo Habib. Then the head teacher was like, "Is there any problem? Has he committed any crime?"
I'm building a scenario where someone is seated in their office, the headmaster, then an armed officer, not a crew, not
a major with escorts,
comes in asking about your student.
Your student. So the teacher was like, Habib was sent back home for school fees, so he's not at school.
But was it true he was protecting you?
He was protecting me. And he asked from them, "Are you relatives? Are you?" They were like, "No, we are not relatives. He doesn't know about us also. But there is an important matter that we want to discuss about with him as a leader. Because we understand he's the leader of IMSAC and there is a duty task that we would want him to help us with." So when they left him, they left back the contacts that when I come back, they get raised and they get back in contact with me. Later in the evening, I know immediately the teacher sent someone to call me. I was in the dormitories. Then I got into the offices of the head teacher. He asked me whether I had committed any crime
that calls for army officers
to come to pick me. I was like, "No, as far as I know, nothing." "Habib, tell me business here because I don't want to see you being picked by the army officers." I was like, "No, be relaxed. I'm not a criminal."
Did they inform your parents?
No. They had come to school direct.
No. The school authorities, did they inform your parents about the kind of people
they
who were looking for their
didn't,
son?
but at that level, I was self-sponsored student.
Oh.
Yeah, I started paying my tuition from senior 2.
What had happened before?
No, I started engaging to work into business when I was still a student. Yes. Not as such, Well, some misunderstandings
At home.
at home. I remember my dad got some issues with my mom, and dad decided to try beating mom in my presence. So when I intervened, you know, the parents then, onkubye, kati okuze. And that's how my dad was like, sikongera mu sente zange.
Kutadde.
Yeah, nkutadde kati okuze. I was in senior 2. Nengo omuntu ali agala okusoma.
Nate temwali mbeera side.
Nalukolongo side olabawo awali Joviki. Yes, emabega awali Jovika awo.
So you started n'ogamba nze ngenda kweyongerayo.
Ngenda kweyongerayo. So the school administration knew about my life of living, and so there was no need to call back home because they didn't know about any parent who was following. Yeah, I was the parent, I was a student. So, kati bwezija, the teacher abuuza, any crime, you know? Those no, nothing. Then army officers who have been here, led by one, the names of Major Salim. Do you know them? No, I've never heard of that name. Do you have any relative who is in the military? I was like, I have no any relative who is in the military. So he asked me whether I was free for him to call them to come back the next day. I was like, call them. Let us listen from them. Get to know what is it that they are looking up for me. He called, and the next day they came back. They asked me from the head teacher that at least I move with them. I was also very free. I entered their vehicle. They drove me to a hotel. Then it was called the New Best Hotel, Busega.
This famous best hotel.
Then it wasn't like that.
The same location, but the activities differ.
No, it wasn't even the same location, that very one. You see this first building after the war. Yes, that building is the one that harbored that hotel. So we entered the hotel. They started now telling me, Basoma Mudiru, you know, Habib, we have searched about you. You are a young man, a leader of more than 20,000 students, and now with this introduction of political parties, the so-called multi-party dispensation, we would want to recruit you to serve with us in NRM as our youth chairperson. I was like, I was doing a complicated combination. At HSC, I was doing BCG, stroking FN, biology, chemistry, geography, and foods and nutrition. So I was like, I'm doing a science combination, and it is not all that an easy one. Then with the multiple tasks that I was carrying as the chairman in MUSAC, I was the head boy of the school, I was the chairman of Natete Anti-AIDS Club. I had a number of associations that I were leading. So I was like, I may not get you enough time you deserve. So I don't think that I will pick up this duty. They were like, no, Habib, we don't need your time. We only need your name. Only your name, using your name that you are the youth chairperson. It is enough. Then we let you concentrate into your books and other tasks. So I was like, I need time to think about it because now you have just landed on me. I have never thought of politics, so give me some time. They were like how long? 2 days enough. They said it's okay. They got out a package which included some money. I remember it was about 150,000. Popular way 50 notes. You know, and by then 150 it was a lot of money. Because I remember the most expensive food point in Natete then. Wanakauka manyo. Kunakauka. Mmere yali ya 2,600. 2,600. Nga bakuwa ennyama ebifinga 3 ne fact wanakauka eswani y'ennyama bali bagissa yokka engeri mu kasupu kati then nemmere ne bajawula. It was one hotel that had delicious food. Nenga ya 2,600. Kati oliokuwa emitwalo 15 nga ffe we twali tulyanga ba student emmere yali ya siringi 3 by 2005. Simanyi oba wali oli luddawa.
Naliwo ku Mount Carmel Primary School. No.
Hey,
Billy Etano, I was in secondary. Billy Etano nali ku Golden. Golden High School.
Golden lyali Busega?
No, Golden lyali wali Pacify Guest House Wakaliga.
Yes, Golden, yes, in Jukira.
Then from there I came back to Natete for Crane High School.
Waliko Crane?
HSC. Yeah, that's where I started my HSC from. Crane High School. That is now Siriangu Standard Hotel.
Oh, and you don't know about Musaka?
I wasn't much involved in the Muslim
because Crane High School was a member of
I think people who were participating in Musaka were Lubega Walid. I don't know whether you know Lubega.
Yes,
Walid was my head boy. We are in the same class. We used to sit in the same
Walid,
same Luganda class. We studied Luganda with him, history with him, economics with him. So he was our head boy. So
in brief,
that was it. So you came back.
Mu kaseera ka 2-5 ffe ba student twali tulya mmere ya siringi 3 nga bakuwa omuceere kuliko akawunga ate kuliko n'ekifi ky'ennyama. So emitwalo 15 it was a lot of money. Kwaliko n'essimu and by then it was not even it wasn't possible to find a student possessing a phone. Even in schools, it was it was criminal.
We used to have one student who used to come.
Yeah, even teachers by then, not every teacher could possess a phone, because I recall in 2005, we had about 3 teachers who had phones. You know, ngane webajikuwa mube waka oyinza okunoonya g'okubira mu bantu bo. Ngana itakola ki? Taliwo.
So nagulako essimu ngate nina okugenda cross ku call boxing kubeko. Kakasati ekyakola.
By then, nkugambye ndi musajja mukulu. By then, we used to pay service fee. Ngesimu osaako omutwalo gwa service fee.
Awo nali chova emyaka gyo gibatandise najo.
Airtime yatandikiranga
kumitwale ebiri.
By 2005 yali kumutwalo ebiri. Yes. Ng'osobola okubeerako ne airtime nenga service fee aweddeko nga tosobola kukuba.
Abasajja abo batwala sente zaffe nnyingi ne bola abeeyagala. Batutwalako line nga bagitukuza emitwalo ebiri.
So, in brief, okumaliriza story eyo, when I carried the things, in my heart I had already resolved that I was not to work for those people because of my grudge with NRM and Museveni as a person.
Wait a minute. By 2005, you were in senior 5.
Yes.
You had already developed a grudge between...
My grudge with Museveni is in blood.
Why? What
the names I carry, Buwembo Habib, I inherited them from my grand, who was murdered by Museveni.
How?
And his accomplices.
He died.
I think you need to create time, space for me if you want me to take you through that story, because it is a broad one. You create time. I will take you through
how he
that
was
very story. Yeah, how he was murdered, by Museveni's people, and how I got to know. It is a long story. So I was like, I can't work with these blood suckers.
People, Dad, your grand from you grew up hearing stories from your father.
No, I grew up by being called by the name of Muzei. Muzei. Then around the P5, I was like, but why are they calling me Muzei when I'm not a Muzei?
Physically, I'm not a
Yes,
Muzei.
I confronted my mom. And I asked from her, why am I called Muzei when I'm a young boy? So it was like, it is a long story, but to cut you short, you inherited names from your grand. And as an in-law in the home, I couldn't pronounce the names of my father-in-law.
Oh, so
yeah, so I decided to start calling you Muzei.
In respect of
the owner, of the names. Yes, the original owner of the names. Yeah. So, story ngazi tujafuna akadde tujiyitemu. Therefore, when I carried the things, reaching the dormitory where we used to sleep, I took my friend through the story, and I was like, these people have come with these things. But unfortunately, I'm taking them back tomorrow. I can't take up their offer. So the friend was like, Habib, tosiriwala. Zino sento sozizayo. Batuwadde n'akasimu tugenda kubanga tuwuliziganya. I was like, bino ebintu tujja bifuna mu kaseera akatuufu nga tubijja ne mu bantu abatuufu. Naye bano ba blood suckers tetusobola ku associatinga nabo. We are still young people. So bwekityo bwe kyali.
So n'obizaayo the next day?
Nabizaayo.
Ne babi receiving?
Nabizaayo. Ne banegayirira ne mbagamba no ngenza okulaba nga obudde bwange ne gundi gye nkola tekijja kusoboka. Therefore munerekereze. Kye baakola baddira ssente ne bazinziriza.
Ezo tuzikuwadde.
Ne baŋŋamba ezo genda olye, ne basiigaza essimu yaabwe ne bavuga ne bagenda.
So that's how you escaped working for NRM?
Yeah. And then the next day, because when I was in that students' leadership under IMSAC, we used to bond with people like Honorable the late bannaye omuntu waffe erinnya nga litandika okuva mu mutwe, Chanjo Hussein.
Hussein Chanjo.
Yes. He was amongst the patronage of IMSAC. So I interacted with him. I told him what had transpired. And from there, it's when he also realized that, hey, I can make it into politics. So
you were a leader associating with him as your patron.
Yes.
But he didn't see you as a future politician.
He had not yet thought of us indulging into politics directly. Yeah. It's then now he realized that maybe NRM is trying to scoop from students' leadership. Then he never hesitated also. He was like, no, now you are going to be serving JEMA.
So that's how you went into JEMA.
That's how I entered JEMA.
But you never contested under JEMA. Then you went away for this.
Now, with JEMA, you remember in 2011, JEMA entered a cooperation with other parties, including FDC, under IPC umbrella, Interparty Coalition something. Then they had to constitute the steering committee of the corporation. I was now sent to represent JEMA at that steering committee.
Oh.
And from there I met with a scope of leaders, so including like, Dr. Besje, the Ibrahim Semujus, Wafuro Gutus, the Chamzis of ICP. Yeah, so that's how also Dr. Besje landed on me, and he attracted me into FDC.
Then from FDC to
From
NUP.
FDC to NUP. I've only been at the front line of fighting against the dictatorship of Museveni.
My last question is that sometimes I read your stories and I'm like, what pushes Habib? Habib, you are one of those most arrested activists. When was the last time you were, the first time you were arrested?
The first time I was arrested, it happened in 2011. Yeah, 2011, during the general election. And to date, I can't tell the reason why I was arrested. Because we were at a polling station. I was serving as a parish parish overall, like taking the responsibility of the parish. All the agents of the parish were under my control. So I had reached a polling station to check about the agent that we had put there. Then, in no time, I saw a number of soldiers come running towards the polling station. I could not know that they were coming for me until when they arrived, and I saw a police constable, the polling constable, pointing at me, that he's the one. Up to date, I don't know what he was meaning. I don't know what the cause was, and I was surrounded off in no time. A police patrol came in, and they picked me. They kept me into 4 different police cells in just 2 days, because immediately I was driven to Natete police station. In the midnight, I was driven to Wankuru police station. Then in the morning, Katwe regional police station. Then when people got to know that I was at Katwe, they drove me to CPS, you know. And from those cells in those 2 days, I learned, I interacted with inmates, those who were in the cells, to find out what had caused to their arrests. Because I also narrated my story to them, as I didn't know why I was in the cells. And I found a number of people who were of a similar story like mine. Some were just like vending the eggs, they were picked, then dropped into the cells with no any statement, without any. So they sounded innocent like me. It's then that I realized that, hey, kumbe, in the police cells, you can find people who are not thieves, who are not murderers, who are not rapists. Because initially I used to think that they are only murderers, thieves, and rapists that are kept in police cells, then later to prisons. It's then that I realized that in the country there is a lot of injustice. And I committed myself that from then I have now to join a front line against the injustices in the country.
Can you put a number on how many times you've been arrested?
I can't be exact.
But beyond which number?
The last time that we counted, They were beyond 100. Yes, that was 2024, 2023. They were about 114. And then I had 23 court bond papers in my file by that time. But since then, I have been arrested several again.
No conviction? No.
I've never been convicted. I've never been convicted on any charge.
They arrest you, give you police bond, then
at most they parade me before a court, then court reads the charge for me to take the plea. I plead not guilty. They remand me, and then court start asking for presentation of witnesses against me. None could appear. Take an example in one of the serious cases where I was badly picked. It was a case where the speaker alleged that I was commanding a team that wanted to kill her. You remember at a time when she was in the parliament and she said, there are people trailing me, they want to finish my life. So I asked parliament to beef my security. Later on, after 2 weeks, she rang the IGP then, Martini Koso Chola, and she was like, now I know who commands the teams that he wants to kill me. And that person is Habib Buwembo. Martin was like, how did you get to know? She shared. Then they started the hunt. They started tracking me by phones. Then until when they landed at my home place, they surrounded off the perimeter, the home perimeter. And early morning, when I was moving away from home, it was around 9:30. I saw people surrounding me off. They were in plain clothes. They were about 4. And one of them was seriously saying, Afanda, this is the man, I know him, he's the one. So as I tried to ask, what do you mean? Whom are you looking for? The one who was commanding them was like, Habib, better cooperate with us and surrender all the phones, surrender any computer you have, then cooperate with us. If you don't do so, we are taking you the Kakwenza style. By then, Kakwenza was viral in the media with his scars in the back. Yeah. So I surrendered my phones. I had a laptop, I surrendered it. And in no time, I saw police officers in numbers now running towards me. They surrounded me off. And in no time, 2 patrols came with another white double cabin and another small vehicle. I was pushed into the double cabin. One patrol took the lead, and another one from the behind. They drove me from Busega to Chibuli headquarters. Reaching there, they were like, Habib, namba satu wa Uganda umwagazachi. Koza techi. Wacho agakutta speaker. I was shocked. Jagakutta speaker. You go read, it is now public information. You Google, you find that case. You'll find that case. Jagakutta speaker.
So you were
speaker atambula. N'abakuumi gabameka yasabye ne parliament ebifinge.
So you were
acquitted. Njaga mutta ntya. But later on, I was, of course, paraded before court, remanded. I spent about 6 months in Ruzira, Maxon Bay. Yes, 140, there were 142 days in Maxon Bay, Ruzira. And in fact, that story it is a wrong one. Simanyi wolifuna akadde tuli junyumya. Because it is then, it is that story that he almost informed my decision to joining NUP. Because along the way, Anita Among cooperated with my Secretary General then, Nanda Ramafabi, to come to convince me to apologize to her publicly so that I can be given a release. I be
so you were in
released
Ruzira,
from prison.
You were told you have a visitor.
Yes.
Nanda Ramafabi came.
No, he didn't come himself. He sent in colleagues whom was familiar with, and they were like, oh, we are here, but the man says he had a conversation with the speaker,
you have to
and she is conditioning that you have to publicly come out and apologize to her. Apologizing of what? So that I had intention. No, how do you apologize? That I had intentions to kill the person when she got to know. Now I withdraw the intentions. How do you?
That is throwing yourself in a very bad situation.
Yeah.
For your job, for your future.
Yes. In fact, after being moved in courts severally, later on the matter was dismissed, and I was given a. It was dismissed. I was released. Then, after it being dismissed, on accounts, on the ground of, they call it under the law, want of prostitution, that the matter has not attracted any witness.
To confirm that you wanted
she was called to come and witness against me. She couldn't appear. She was called to parade her witnesses to witness against me. She did not present any.
You were jailed 6 months.
6 months. Me being released and having the file dismissed, I asked myself, now should I go home celebrate that I'm a free man after 6 months?
Go back to DC?
No. Leave alone the political decisions. Now I'm looking around my detention, my being in prison, the life that has deteriorated. You know, you contact a lot of diseases in those detentions. Then how much business do you lose?
Time lost.
How much contacts do you lose? Then with the nature of the offense that had been preferred against me, when someone hears that he attempted to kill a person who is highly guarded like her,
so you stop
how many people?
With different people?
Yes. Even your wife at home can start fearing you. Oh, musajja wafunira omutima ogulumbagana you know. So I was like, I can't just let this go. I have to fight back. I ran to Civil Court Division. I opened up a case against her on grounds, 4 grounds. 1, malicious arrest. 2, malicious prosecution. 3, defamation. She defamed me, raising an allegation that I had an intention to kill her, and she fails to come to testify against me. That amounts to defamation. 4, loss of business. So I raised the claim of 10 billion Uganda shillings as compensation. That was September of 2023, when I filed in that petition, I want to tell you, up to date, today is it?
Today is...
we are in May of 2026. Up to date, my file has never been allocated a judge. You can now know how much people use their offices, influencing other offices, failing the administration of justice. Because I attended one ground, she can never skip it. In my claim, with the grounds I raised, the only evidence I need, it is the court's ruling that led to the dismissal of the file. It entails everything, the period I spent in the prison, you know, the accounts of the charges that were preferred against me. So I don't even need to hire a lawyer. And I'm very ready at any one time that they will fix it. I'll represent myself and argue the matter until when I will attract the compensation that I want to, that I'm claiming. But around that, just know that Anita Among is as evil as to that level. That she can wake up one morning, she says arrest him, they arrest you. Take him to prison, they take you. Then deny him bail, they deny it to you. Now dismiss, they dismiss you. You open up a charge against her. She says don't fix it. And the whole judiciary. Because I have written several letters to the principal judge asking what is causing the delay of my justice. No reply, no response.
Up to now.
You remember at the time when I demonstrated around the court, still, it was a matter arising from her malicious arrests. That's the time when she had caused an arrest against me, that I called her a Karamajongo iron sheet thief. That I used my my account and I addressed her as a Karamajongo iron sheet thief. Didn't she steal the iron sheets?
The courts did not approve that. That is Habib Buwembo. There are very many stories around him. Slowly by slowly, we shall be having him to get to know more from him, about him, because sawa zino yakulembera kunga mu kibiina kya NUP. So his opinion does matter. Seniority in this struggle, he has been in this struggle since he was not yet born up to now. So and
I'm proud to put on this jacket with my president, His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi.
And the next time we shall have him, I'll go deep into why didn't he stand. He was supposed to stand because he has ever stood for an elective position. It went berserk up to the court. He was supposed to be compensated with 1 billion. Then Katolu Bwama died.
And I had to forgive, of course.
He did forgive him a lot. He's mark this. He's one of the most arrested activists in Ugandan politics, as per the last records, beyond 200. My God. And he has visited almost every cell in Kampala and outside Kampala. But that is the place that is supposed to be paid. More so in African politics, when you are in opposite of the ruling government. Thank you for your time. Thank you all. I pray that you be here to see the fruits of your struggle.
Inshallah. And that time is soon.
May God bless you.
With the stewardship of His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi, I believe that time is coming nearer. Yeah, inshallah.
Kale bwe